Have you ever pondered what awaits us beyond the threshold of life? What are three phenomena that occur upon our death? Today, inspired by Padre Pio, we can embark on a profound exploration into the enigmatic realms of death. But before we set off on this extraordinary journey, please do me a favor. Type the word life in the comments to invite blessings into your life as we undertake this fascinating voyage. We are about to enter a domain where the boundaries between the known and the unknown become indistinguishable, and the mysteries of our existence start to unfold in the most unexpected ways. Let us begin with the remarkable tale of Marco, a 25-year-old man thrust into the center of a spiritual quest. Marco was much like many others, with his own dreams, fears, joys, and sorrows. Raised in a Catholic family, his faith was more of a sporadic practice, confined to obligatory church visits during Christmas and Holy Week. He prayed mainly in times of need and seldom reflected on the certainty of death. Marco's journey into the heart of spiritual discovery began abruptly, challenging his previously superficial engagement with faith. As he navigated through this spiritual odyssey, the profundities of life, death, and what lies beyond became increasingly clear. Through his experiences, we gain insights into the transition from life to death, illuminating the path with the wisdom and teachings inspired by Padre Pio. This journey is not just about understanding death, but also about appreciating the essence of life itself. Join us as we delve into the unknown, unraveling the mysteries that have fascinated humanity for centuries. However, fate had an unexpected twist in store for him. On an ordinary day, while riding his motorcycle down a busy street, Marco's life took a drastic turn for the worse. An unforeseen collision with destiny occurred when a car from the opposite direction suddenly veered into his path, throwing him to the ground. Marco lost consciousness, and when paramedics arrived in a desperate attempt to save him, he found himself in a different state of awareness. The physical pain that had consumed him moments earlier dissolved into an uncanny tranquility, as if he were suspended in a dreamlike state, fully aware of his surroundings. From this perspective, Marco observed a surreal scene. He saw the frantic medical professionals trying to revive his lifeless body, his distraught mother weeping beside him, and a priest solemnly administering the last rites. Surprisingly, instead of feeling fear or sadness, he was enveloped by an overwhelming sense of inexplicable love and gratitude. Marco witnessed his soul separating from its earthly vessel, floating above his hospital bed. He gazed upon the chaos below with a serene detachment that defied explanation. The fear of death was replaced by a mysterious sense of peace. In this altered state, Marco experienced a profound shift in consciousness. The frantic efforts of the paramedics, the sorrow of his mother, and the solemnity of the priest were all viewed from a place of serene acceptance. He felt a deep, inexplicable connection to everything around him, as if he were part of a larger, universal tapestry of existence. This extraordinary experience transformed Marco's perception of life and death, leaving him with an unshakable sense of love and gratitude that would stay with him forever. In that moment of uncertainty, Marco heard a gentle yet powerful voice calling to him from the shadows. It was the voice of Jesus Christ, the Son of God, inviting him into the light. Without hesitation, Marco responded to the alluring call of this comforting voice. As he moved closer to the light, a profound joy enveloped him. The light was not blinding, but emitted warmth, comfort, and familiarity, making Marco feel as if he had returned to his true home. Stepping into the light, Marco's ultimate purpose was revealed. As if he had been reborn, he discovered an awe-inspiring kingdom, a paradise beyond earthly description. Colors danced with vibrancy, flowers bloomed in eternal splendor, and animals played together in perfect harmony. This paradise offered a glimpse of the divine, filling Marco with a sense of peace and belonging he had never known. His journey through the light was a transformative experience, one that would forever change his understanding of life, death, and the eternal. This was the kingdom of God, a realm where every element resonated with unparalleled beauty and tranquility. In this ethereal domain, Marco encountered Jesus, who greeted him with an embrace that transcended earthly understanding. Jesus expressed his love for Marco, telling him how proud he was and revealing that it was time for Marco to reunite with him. Jesus explained that he had prepared a special abode where Marco would be reunited with his loved ones who had passed before him. In this heavenly home, Marco was astounded. He arrived at a place adorned with light and gold, an exquisite dwelling where treasures abounded. It was a house designed by God's divine plan, waiting for Marco since the beginning of time. Marco experienced everything he had ever longed for and more. Peace, joy, security, freedom, wisdom, and beauty permeated every corner. Above all, God's love filled every atom of this sacred space. Yet, within the confines of his heavenly home, an even more transcendent revelation awaited him, surpassing all earthly expectations. This ultimate revelation provided Marco with an understanding and peace that were beyond anything he could have imagined, deepening his connection to the divine and solidifying his place in the eternal kingdom. Marco was joyfully reunited with loved ones he had believed were lost forever. His father, who had passed away when Marco was still a child, appeared before him, bringing a sense of comfort and closure. His devoted grandmother, who had lovingly raised him, extended her arms in a warm embrace. Also present were his older brother, who had tragically perished in a plane crash, and his fiancée, who had succumbed to cancer 2 years earlier. Even his faithful canine companion, Fo, was there to greet him with familiar, loving eyes. Tears flowed freely as Marco hugged each of them, feeling an overwhelming joy that seemed almost too good to be true yet undeniably real. The moment was filled with such profound emotion that Marco was left speechless, the depth of his feelings rendering him unable to articulate the joy and relief he felt. It was as if a dream more magnificent than any he had ever known had come to life, a dream that transcended the boundaries between life and death. On his first day in paradise, Marco relished every second, cherishing the precious time spent with his beloved family and friends. Each moment was filled with laughter, love, and an indescribable peace. They shared stories, revisited old memories, and created new ones in a place where time seemed to stand still. The reunion was a testament to the enduring bonds of love that survive beyond the physical realm. Marco felt an unparalleled sense of contentment as he basked in the presence of his loved ones. The paradise he found himself in was more beautiful and serene than he could have ever imagined, a place where every element resonated with divine grace. It was a perfect haven where he experienced a profound connection with those he cherished most, reaffirming the eternal nature of love and the promise of reunion in the afterlife. This extraordinary day marked the beginning of an eternal journey filled with endless joy, peace, and the warmth of familial love. Conversations flowed freely, with stories and lessons from those who had gone before him unfolding like sacred scrolls. Marco felt a love unlike any he had ever known, a love that enveloped him completely, filling every corner of his being. On his second day in heaven, Marco ventured beyond the confines of his heavenly home, eager to explore the vast expanses of this extraordinary realm. He discovered a world of unparalleled variety and perfection. Majestic snow-capped mountains, crystal-clear lakes, lush forests, and golden deserts stretched out before him, each landscape more breathtaking than the last. Majestic animals of all species and sizes greeted him with a serene friendship, their calm demeanor adding to the peaceful ambience. Cities of incomparable splendor, both ancient and modern, dotted the landscape, each bearing witness to the diverse cultures of humanity. Temples and churches resounded with songs of praise to God, their melodies filling the air with a sense of divine presence. Schools and libraries echoed with the pursuit of truth, fostering a spirit of learning and enlightenment. Theaters and museums celebrated the beauty of creation, showcasing the artistic achievements and creative expressions of countless souls. Gardens and parks provided tranquil spaces for play and rest. Their serene environments were perfect for reflection and relaxation. As Marco delved deeper into this heavenly realm, he encountered extraordinary individuals who shared their experiences and wisdom. From the great figures of history and faith to innocent children and the humble in spirit, each encounter enriched and humbled him. He listened to their stories, learning from their journeys and gaining insights that deepened his understanding of life and the divine. On the third day in paradise, Marco continued to explore and absorb the wonders around him. Each moment was a revelation, filled with beauty, wisdom, and the unending love that permeated this heavenly domain. The experiences and knowledge he gained during these encounters added layers of depth to his own journey, making his time in paradise an ever-expanding adventure of the soul. In a moment of profound revelation, Marco experienced a divine calling that would forever alter his perception of existence. Jesus summoned him to embark on a singular journey, promising a new lens through which to understand his earthly life. Within a luminous chamber, Jesus unfurled a vast canvas, and Marco watched in awe as the intricate tapestry of his mortal journey unfolded before him. Every action, word, thought, feeling, and choice Marco had ever made shimmered with vivid clarity upon the canvas, evoking a flood of emotions within him. Tears welled in Marco's eyes as he turned to Jesus, his heart heavy with remorse for past transgressions. With sincere contrition, he confessed his sins and expressed a fervent desire for spiritual renewal. Marco poured out his love for Jesus, pledging unwavering allegiance and a commitment to serve him wholeheartedly. In response, Jesus regarded Marco with boundless love and compassion, extending forgiveness for all his trespasses and wiping clean the slate of his past. Embracing Marco as his disciple, Jesus bestowed upon him a new purpose and mission, filling him with a sense of pride and reaffirming their enduring bond. As Marco embarked on this extraordinary journey into the mysteries of the beyond, one truth became abundantly clear: the realms beyond death hold treasures far beyond earthly comprehension. His profound encounter with the divine offered a glimpse of a world where love, forgiveness, and transformation reign supreme, illuminating a path of spiritual growth and enlightenment. With gratitude, we welcome you to this illuminating journey into uncharted territories. As we forge ahead, let us continue to explore, seek, and maintain faith. Have you ever pondered the mysteries veiled beyond the realm of life? What unfolds when we depart this earthly existence? Today, guided by the wisdom of Padre Pio, we embark on a profound expedition into the enigmatic realms of death. Before we embark on this captivating odyssey, we humbly request your participation. Type the word life in the comments, inviting blessings to accompany us on this remarkable journey. As we traverse into this realm where the boundaries between the familiar and the enigmatic blur, let us delve into the remarkable narrative of Marco, a young soul thrust into the heart of a spiritual odyssey. Marco, like many others, harbored dreams, fears, joys, and sorrows. Raised in a devout Catholic family, his faith often waned. Confined to obligatory observances during Christmas and Holy Week, he seldom contemplated the inevitability of death until fate intervened one fateful day. While navigating the bustling streets on his motorcycle, Marco's life took a tragic turn as destiny collided with him unexpectedly. A car, veering sharply into his path, altered the course of his existence. In that pivotal moment, Marco's purpose unfolded before him, as if he were reborn. As Marco stepped into the radiant glow, he beheld a wondrous realm beyond earthly comprehension. Within this celestial kingdom, colors danced in vibrant harmony, and flowers bloomed in eternal splendor. Animals frolicked in peaceful accord, embodying a tranquil beauty that resonated throughout every element. Here, in the divine embrace of this ethereal plane, Marco encountered Jesus, whose welcome transcended mortal understanding. Professing boundless love, Jesus expressed pride in Marco and unveiled a grand plan for their reunion. In a special abode, prepared since the dawn of time, Marco would be reunited with beloved souls who had gone before him. Entering this heavenly home, Marco was greeted by a symphony of light and gold, where treasures of unparalleled beauty abounded. Every corner radiated with peace, joy, security, freedom, wisdom, and beauty. Above all, the presence of God's love permeated every atom, infusing the sacred space with divine grace. However, amidst this transcendent splendor, Marco experienced a revelation beyond earthly expectations. Welcomed by long-lost loved ones, including his father, grandmother, older brother, and fiancé, Marco was overcome with emotion. Tears flowed freely as he embraced those he had believed were lost to him forever, experiencing a joy too profound to be doubted. Speechless, Marco was overwhelmed by the depth of emotion coursing through him. his heart filled with a dream more magnificent than any he had ever known. In this extraordinary moment, transcending the boundaries between life and death, Marco savored every instant of his first day in paradise, cherishing the tangible reality of divine love and reunion. In this celestial haven, Marco found solace, fulfillment, and a sense of belonging that surpassed all earthly understanding. As he embarked on this eternal journey, he carried with him the profound assurance that love endures beyond the veil of mortality, weaving together the threads of the past, present, and future in a tapestry of divine grace. As Marco continued his journey in paradise, he carried with him the profound lessons learned and the memories shared, each one a testament to the enduring bonds of love that unite souls across the ages. And though his earthly existence may have come to an end, Marco's spirit lived on in the eternal embrace of God's love, a beacon of hope and inspiration for all who followed in his footsteps. In the end, Marco's story was not just one of personal transformation, but a testament to the enduring power of love to transcend even the greatest of obstacles. And as he looked out upon the vast expanse of paradise, Marco knew that his journey had only just begun. For in the kingdom of heaven, love knows no bounds, and every moment is an eternity of joy.